thought? Or have you ever felt like you were drowning, but nobody noticed? Like the whole world was laughing, smiling, and moving forward. But you were stuck on the same place, screaming silently. I was that person once. Long before, when I was in school, in 4th or 5th grade, I was very happy, very talkative, and the funny one. I like to talk with my friends. I was surrounded with my friends, family members, teachers, and everyone. Few days, I started little changes in myself. I was feeling depressed, not in mood of talking or laughing, or not in mood of doing anything. That night, sitting in the room on my floor of my bedroom at 2 a.m., scrolling throughout my phone, pictures after pictures. I saw everyone around was laughing, smiling, enjoying perfect vacations, birthday celebrations, and whatnot. Yet, all I could feel was, why don't I feel the same? I had no words for back then. Just a heavy feeling I couldn't shake. I thought I was weak. I thought I was broken. But what I didn't realize, that I was suffering through something millions of people go through every day. I was suffering through my mental health. And today I am telling you my story not because it's special, but because it's not. It's proof that behind every smile there could be a silent battle about which you know nothing about. Now let me continue with another story of a girl who was just 16. She started noticing little changes in herself. She was not laughing as much she used to laugh. She stopped hanging out with friends. She did sit in class, but feel anxious about, well, everything. At the night, she would lie awake, replaying every mistake she made throughout the day. At first, she thought that it's just a teenage stress, we just needed to be toughened up. But things got worse. One day, she fainted in middle of the class just because she haven't eaten anything properly. The sleepless nights, the overthinking, the anxiety have taken a toll of her body. And the breaking point was when her family noticed, her parents noticed, and for the first time she admitted she is not okay. The next day they went to see a therapist. Walking into a room felt terrifying. She thought therapy was for crazy peoples, and admitting I am weak meant I am not okay or I am broken. But that was the right decision she ever made in her life. That therapy gave her words for what she was feeling. Therapy gave her tool to cope. And most importantly, it told mental health don't make you broken. It make you a human. Let me continue with some facts. 1 in 4 people suffer through mental health disease. And anxiety disorder are now the most common mental illness problem. And every 40 seconds, we lose someone due to suicide. Every 40 seconds. It's shocking. We feel that physical health is very nice because physical health is as normal as anything. We talk about fitness tips, gym, and diet plans and whatnot. Even we talk proudly about the surgeries and injuries. But when it comes to mental health, we hide, we are ashamed, we whisper. We won't say a person of diabetes, just think positive. We won't say a person with a broken leg, just walk it off. Then why do we say with a person suffering through mental illness? Mental health is as normal as physical health until we treat it like that way that a person who is suffering from that battle comes out. And the biggest problem is not mental illness itself. The biggest problem is stigma. Stigma silences the people. Stigma makes a teenage hide their anxiety. Stigma makes a man too tough to admit he is not okay. Stigma makes a woman feel guilty for taking medicines. Strength is not pretending to be okay. Strength is something asking for help. Normalize therapy. Therapy should be as normal as going to gyms and taking a good diet. Talk openly. Ask if they are feeling okay and mean it. Teach emotional intelligence. School teaches us algebra, mathematics and history, but not how to manage emotions. Isn't that strange? Imagine a world where a grown child grows knowing crying is okay. A world where men feel safe saying I'm struggling. Where no one have to wear mask just to survive. Yes, physical health is as normal as mental health because the diet plans are same as how we are suffering from mental health. Think about it. Who might be suffering from this mental illness? A person or a friend who is always the funny one? Or a co-worker who always say, I am fine? Maybe even you. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you checked in yourself? When was the last time you given permission to yourself not to be okay? Here are the things which you can start doing from today. Be kind, because kindness is the simplest act for saving someone's day or someone's life. Take care of yourself. Prioritize your health. Take breaks. Meditate. Do yoga. Go for therapy. And whatever in which you feel good. Listen. Don't judge. Sometimes people don't need your advice. They just want you to sit with them and listen how they are feeling. Speak up when you are not feeling okay. Because asking for help is bravery in action itself. We can't solve mental health overnight, but we can create a ripple effect. Mental health is something from which a person can't come out without help of someone. And if you are struggling right now, listen me. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not alone. Mental health is something asking for help. We would say asking for help is bravery in action. And mental health don't make you broken, but make you a human. That night sitting in my room, I felt hopeless. I thought my pain was permanent. But see, today I am standing in front of you just because that night that pain was a teacher. It taught me empathy, reliance, and most importantly, as I am saying, mental health don't make you broken or weak for doing something, but it make you a human from inside. And last, let's create a world where no one have to shy or be scared for asking for help. Where asking for help is not compassion, but an invitation for something good. Thank you.